Hey, I got some more homework. Celebrate recovery. I'm going to read page 6 and 7. My name is Regina. It says, during my first 8 years of life, my family would have been considered perfect by most observation. As a daughter of a pastor and a stay-at-home mother, I lived in a nearly idyllic setting. But my world was dramatically changed when my mother was diagnosed with cancer. When she came home from the hospital, I was allowed to only gaze at her through the bedroom door. I began to think that I only had myself to rely on. My mom survived, but the remainder of my childhood was characterized by regular moves. I wasn't good at making friends. At summer camp when I was 12 years old, I smoked marijuana for the first time. My monthly habit gradually became daily, after which I discovered other drugs. Like Eve, I falsely viewed the substance as good, pleasing, and also desirable for gaining wisdom. I felt good when I was high and saw myself as fitting in better, with heightened openness to a new insight and understanding. The difficulty was that I was a Christian. Ironically, my addiction grew, so did my love for God. I served on leadership teams at church, taught Bible studies, and mentored young women in their walk with the Lord. Yet, no matter how deeply I devolved into God's Word, the temptation never eased up. I began a career in veterinary medicine, and once more, I assisted in putting an old cancer-ridden dog to sleep. Her name was Amazing Grace. I asked the presiding vet how the name had been chosen. The doctor smiled and replied, I've been repeating the same thing to her owners for years. She's a dud. You shouldn't have kept her. The price you'll spend on her won't be worth the time that you'll have with her. The dog's owner only looked at me and asked, what if God had said that about us? One more seed of the greatness of God's love was planted that day in my heart. My pastor began talking about a mission trip, but God had made it clear that I couldn't simultaneously be a missionary and a drug addict. I did go to Romana in Hungary